Hello and welcome. It's yours truly again, G Styles. How are you guys doing today? Today I came with something on my mind. I was thinking about the industry, the music industry. There's a lot of competition, a lot of new guns that come blazing. They come to displace the big guns that have already been there. And the big guns are also blazing. They're also not willing to move and relinquish those positions. So now that got me thinking, what counts as great music? Everybody has their own scale. And to be honest with you, I'm not too sure how these awards people do what they do, but it must be a very difficult task deciding on who is leading in a particular category at any one time, because people have different scales that they choose to use. For example, I'm a lyrical person, so I would look at how lyrical somebody is. How much time did they put into composing a verse, for example? Those little extras that they added to their verse that made it sound even nicer. Another person would probably look at the beat, just the beat. They don't care about how somebody sounded and everything, how the voice and the tones and the keys, they don't even care. Another person would probably just love the song because somebody has done a nice song before. So any other song that comes after the other and they love is a great song. I have artists that I've loved from the beginning, for many reasons, by the way. But there are those that I feel are really nice, and but they're not just getting the respect that they deserve. They are underrated and yet so uncompete-withable, if you get what I'm saying. Underrated but uncompete-withable. So they have this great craft, but somehow they have been gotten a chance to bust and be rated among the top cream de la cream of the industry, the music industry. If you allow me, let me take you through 5 artists that I think, and that you too will really think through and see, are underrated, are not given the credit that they deserve, but are so out of the league where they are currently placed. They are so uncompete-withable. On top of the list is Kid Fox. Kid Fox, for those that know him, is some sort of genius, if I might say. He's done very nice dancehall tunes. He's done some gospel, and he's really been a calm guy that has let the music speak for him. From the beats that he uses, from the craft that he puts in his lyrics, from the way he flows and executes, oh my God, Kid Fox is something else. And the other thing that makes me love him, I think, and that makes me put him on another level is he grew up in that era where music was just like the whole dancehall wave, or Ugandans taking over music here. Previously it was the Congolese and the Western music and stuff before our own young guys started messing with it. So he grew up in that era and he maintained the good craft all through. Right now, Kid Fox is nowhere in the game. You cannot actually trace and locate him. The last I heard was he was in Japan, I think, in there faring, trying to, make ends meet. But he's one of those guys that I really respect, and I think he actually ranks, if not at the top of the industry, he's really close to the top. Yeah, that's Kid Fox for you. Back in here. The other guy from back in the day, that of course is still alive and is still good, is a gentleman called Ragaban. Now, Ragaban, to be honest with you, from the beginning, the song he did, there's a song that he did called Angelina. Angelina, I used to listen to Angelina when I was in primary school, and I thought it was either, I was wondering how these Jamaicans were executing Swahili the way they were, or even South Africans. Could not attribute that to Ugandans. Ragaban is super talented. The beats that he decides to use, the way he executes, uh, his command of dancehall, and what else? His lyrical content and even maturity itself. You know, you can tell how mature somebody's lyrics are when you listen to them. And that is if you're a lyrical person like I am. So Ragaban falls in that category. He did another song that I know many of you relate to, not necessarily the young ones now, but those that are relatively, that have been around for some time will know that he did a song called Anyajirina, that song was something else. It sent shockwaves in the industry, and whoever was there around that time must have danced to it. But then Ragaban is not the same kind of person that is really rated at the top of the industry. I think he is underrated and yet uncompete with. I would like you to name just one person that has done a song that balances Angelina and Gia Liver. That is Ragaban for you. The third for me is a gentleman called Mighty Sun. Mighty Sun is super talented. He's been in the game for the longest time. If I'm not mistaken, he's been around for close to 2 decades in the game. He is really good when it comes to how he delivers his lines. He's done reggae. He's done Chidandali-ish, but I really respect him for the reggae style. He executes his patois really nicely. There's this song that he did, she's an uptown girl, he spiced it up so nicely with his core, so very few people right now in the industry, leave alone the people that are really just doing music to make money, those that are doing music for the sake of bringing out good music. Mighty Sun should be somewhere up there at the top. He's actually dreadlock. The last time I met Mighty Sun was somewhere in Kabalagala. Kabalagala, there used to be a reggae club. Every time I wanted to go listen to some nice reggae jams, I would go there. So that's the place I used to meet Mighty Sun. And I loved how firm he was, despite the fact that he hasn't been releasing new music, how firm he was in terms of his understanding of the industry, his understanding of the art, and really the firmness of somebody that understands that he's on top of this. He's just not getting the respect that he deserves. So that is Mighty Sun for you. Number 4 is, we all know this one, Nati Nietan. To be honest with you, I respected Nati Nathan from the get-go. From the Kokonyo, Echupa, there are so many songs Nati Nathan has done, and really, if you don't put respect to Nati Nathan's name in dancehall or in the Uganda music industry, then there's something wrong with you. Nati Nathan is one of those young guys that came out with guns blazing, but for some reason, he still puts out good music and stuff, but I do not see him getting the respect that he deserves. Nati Nathan's lyrics are completely out of this world. If you look at him performing, You look at how he crafts his lines, how he executes them. To be honest, I would rate him super, super, super highly. He's up there when it comes to the big artists that Uganda has. Nathan Nathan, to be honest with you, deserves, if not being at the top, he deserves to be at the top of this game. Then lastly, but not least, the man Benny Ganta. I rate Benny Ganta as highly as I rate Natty Nathan. Ganta is one of those guys that I can listen to from morning to sunset. He really brings out the dancehall style very nicely, and then not the hardcore dancehall, but the nice soft. If you know Alkaline, you know Popcorn, and then that group, Benny Ganta falls very nicely in that category. So and then he brings it in the local language. He chips in very nice English and patois, and he makes the whole thing sound so good and super, super urban. Could that be the reason why he's not felt as much as he should? That's exactly the same thing for the rest of the guys. Could it be that they are so good that Ugandans do not appreciate the good cream de la cream, and then just fall for pettiness? I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. But yes, those are my 5 guys that I feel are underrated, but yet are so out of this world. They are so uncompete with the ball. Every bit that they touch, they are going to kill it. They are going to murder it. Yes, I might be. It's debatable. Go to the comment section and tell me something. I might be wrong. I'm ready to learn from you. And as I learn from you, kindly subscribe also, and keep getting notified when I drop new content. So until then,